Well, good morning, everybody. We are finishing off Job today. And can you imagine how humbling it would be to stand before our Creator? And yeah, it's not even standing before our Creator. There are just times when we stand in creation and we realize just how small we are. If you've ever had the experience of being at Niagara Falls, and I'm picking on some Canadian things here because I'm Canadian. Uh, or if any of you have ever stood out on the prairie and under the night sky, out in the field, away from any city, in complete blackness, and you see that sky from horizon to horizon, filled with just stars beyond anything that you could ever count, and you just feel so small and so insignificant. And yet, our Father holds all of that within Himself. All of that is within Himself. And there are times that we think that we can second guess Him. There are times that we think that we know more. There are times that we think that we're better. There are times that we think we just second guess. And here Job was in the situation where creation was pointed out to him. All these things were pointed out to him, and Job is feeling his smallness. And as the Lord is bringing this correction, Job does the only thing that any reasonable human being would do, and that's to fall on your face and repent and say sorry. And the grace, the amount of grace that God showed, because Job had falsely accused God of being unjust. And it was because of Job's limited understanding. It was his limited knowledge. It was his limited perspective that brought him into that place. So the Creator gave him a bigger perspective. But look at the grace of this when when the Lord corrected Job's comforters, and he told them that they would have to go to Job and repent before Job and make offering, and then Job would pray over them, and they would be forgiven. Got to remember what these guys put Job through, how they accused him. But God had forgiven Job, so now God was giving Job the opportunity to do the same thing by forgiving his friends. And you notice that nothing changed for Job yet. He was still in the same circumstances. So his friends came to him to make the offering. He prayed over them. They were forgiven. The offering was accepted. And then after that, Job received more than what he had lost. The Lord restored him. The Lord restored what he had lost and then some. And God was glorified in it all, which is what He wanted to have done in the first place. And Job turns around, and the thing that really stands out is when he says to God, I knew of you, but now I've seen you. I knew of you, but now I see you. And that's the revelation that every single follower of Jesus Christ needs. We have to go beyond the knowing to the seeing. We need to seek that greater revelation. We can't just sit and listen about Him. We can't listen to the theories. We can't think, hey, this all sounds great. It is something that we need to experience, that we need to draw into, that we need to know Him. We need to see Him. We can't just hear about Him. We need to see Him. And that is a relationship that we have, and a lot of people don't go after, because it involves a surrender. It involves saying no to ourselves. It really does. It involves realizing that it's no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. It is that total surrender, awesome relationship that we have, and we hear from Him. We hear from Him all the time when we're in this relationship. So I want to encourage you to go beyond the hearing and step into the knowing, into the seeing, into the experiencing. And I pray that for this year that is your greatest desire. Um, this relationship that Job had with the Lord, it was hard to walk through this thing. But what the Lord gave to him was of greater benefit than any pain that he went through. And sometimes we need to understand that there's pains that we have to go through to get to the place that the Lord wants us to be. So be encouraged in your day. Seek after the Lord. Open up your heart and your mind to him. And just tell him that you want greater intimacy. And there may be a cost to it, but it's well worth it. Be blessed, be engaged. Have a great day.